Welcome to a special episode of Nerd on Nerd with me, Ellie Kempster.
Fuck that up.
How did I fuck it up?
Well, you've got to do it thematically.
What?
Right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Weighing in at £196, we have Ellie Thunder Kempster!
Cool. Well, you fucked it up in that we cannot leave that bit in.
Why can't we leave that bit in?
You went for the biggest swear.
It's fine, that's what wrestling's all about.
I'm just going to beep it. Cool. This is a special episode because we've got a special guest on. Host of a dead podcast, Sam Pryor.
Thank you very much for that introduction. I feel touched and honoured. That podcast is dead and will not be.
I sort of founded on what to say. Emerging from the resurrection lake, Sam Pryor.
Hey everybody.
Hi Sam. Also, I'm here. I'm Liam Underwood. Just
Yeah,
in
Liam's
case we've got new listeners.
Your friend and co-host to the Nerd on Nerd that you missed out, which is quite rude and shocking.
So rude.
Doesn't really deserve it, but this is a podcast that we do.
Oh my god.
And it seems like it's the first time Ellie's done it.
This is episode 62.
Well, Liam usually says the next bit and it all went quiet.
Right, okay. Alright, sorry, listeners. We were trying to do this little bit with like a wrestling announcement thing because the culture swap that we're doing is WrestleMania. It's all gone to shit. I'm Liam Underwood. We've got Ellie Kempster. We've got a special guest, Sam Pryor, who recommended we do WrestleMania. We're going to find out why WrestleMania was recommended later. First, it's time for catching up with Ellie, Liam, and Sam. Fuck me.
Well done,
What have you been up to, Liam?
I went to Canada.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had. So this episode, is it a bit later than usual?
Yeah, this episode was meant to go up the Monday before we're recording.
It's not really
But
good
also,
enough, is it?
WrestleMania only happened on Sunday,
On Sunday. Yeah.
So, okay. Part of the reason why this is so late is because I was off in Canada having a very good time on a little like family holiday with me, my mum, her partner, and Kat, my girlfriend.
Oh, that's nice. What did you do?
It was we skied. Well, so Kat hadn't really done skiing before. We found out she doesn't really like it, but I love it.
Admittedly, that's a shit time to discover you don't like skiing, is sort of on a skiing holiday.
But when else would you learn that?
Well,
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, the worst time really is when you're up a mountain and you're looking down going, fuck, how do I get down?
Did that happen to Kat? Or did
Yeah.
she get down?
It did, right? But I took up like the shortest one I could possibly find. So she didn't have too far to walk down when she took her skis off.
Oh, Kat.
But, okay, so Kat didn't like it. That doesn't matter. I loved it. It was amazing. I had such a good time. I forgot, because... So the whole reason why we did this is because this was like my reward, if you will, for turning 30. Like, I survived 30 years.
It's
and
like
then
a
my mum
consolation prize.
Yeah, my mum went, here's a present for getting to 30. Well done. And it's all very nice because, like, when I was growing up, like, when I was, like, sort of teenager, me and my mum used to go to Canada skiing together a lot. I say a lot, like, once a year for about 5 years or so.
I like that you think once a year isn't a lot.
No, it is a lot, but I mean, a lot could also be misread as more than that.
Could I just say that I've never met Liam in person. I've only heard his voice through the medium of podcast, and I think that's about it. It surprises me that you ski.
Yeah, I think it would surprise most people because it's a sport, and I don't do sport.
Oh, well, to be fair to you, Liam, you don't do sport, but you do try to do sport.
Yeah, that's the key.
Listeners may remember
And
Liam's
everyone
failed
likes a
attempt
tryer.
Liam, you once attempted American football.
Yep.
Got hurt.
Yep, didn't go well.
Me and you have tried racquetball.
Or squash.
Now, I
Either one.
can't
Very
even
tiring.
imagine you, Ellie, doing...
That was back
Any
in my uni
sport.
days, Sam, where I had just come back from Borneo and at least looked like I could maybe try and do sports.
Oh,
I
yeah,
took
'cause it was
about
so
50
different back
pictures
then.
of the occasion.
I was back in Borneo. I lost a ton of weight in Borneo, Sam.
Yeah, but you've never been the most energetic of people.
How dare you?
No, I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
All right, fair.
Hence why I took 50 pictures of us doing squash, because I thought this is never happening again.
It's a good idea, to be fair.
I mean, we've thrown the old pigskin around as well.
Yeah, that was literally like a father and son moment, but with me and you.
It was awful. It was not good at all.
Which one was
but
which?
yeah,
I've always pictured myself as the sort of disappointed child of Liam.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, I can see that.
But you're disappointed in me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Got you.
Yeah, like how some kids turn up on like bring your dad to work day, all that sort of stuff, to school day. You know, what the kids in America do. Yeah. I've always sort of pictured I'd be me and you if I turned up with you. I'd be like the kid that is like my dad's. You know, picks chewing gum off of the street and doesn't technically get paid for it.
Makes sense. So anyway, I haven't skied in like 10 years, so I wasn't sure if I'd even still like it or how much of it I'd remember, if I'd be good at it. Turns out I love it, and I didn't fall over once in the whole sort of 10 days I was out there. Although it wasn't 10 skiing days, it was like 7. It was 7 skiing days. But I was pleased with that, not falling over.
Well done.
I mean, yeah, I've never skied, so I don't know if that's impressive. I assume it is.
It's so much fun. I was practicing skiing on one leg as well, which was a lot of fun.
Is that a thing people do?
It helps if you're trying to learn things like balance. So let's say you're skiing normally and then you hit like a big lump with one leg. If you're quite confident at skiing on one leg, that's not going to freak you out. Whereas, so it's just about kind of building up confidence, really.
Got you.
Did you ever switch legs? Because if you didn't, did you end up with a really massive leg at the end of it?
Do you mean like trying to hop from one to the other, or just? Because I never tried hopping.
Whenever you were just skiing on one leg, was it just the same leg all the time? And now you've got like a really muscular leg?
No, I was practicing both.
Okay.
I found I do have like a stronger leg when it comes to like doing turns and stuff with skiing, so I was practicing on the weaker one to try and get that better.
Honestly, mate, this sounds shit because you're too professional about it.
I'm not. The thing is, right, that sounds good. I'm not that good at skiing, really. I can just... Because I enjoy it a lot, I just get on with it.
It sounds... I guess it would be fun. I've never done it.
This is the
fact that it's 7 days out of 10 days, that to me, that's a lot of dedication to it. Like, if I went on a skiing holiday with friends for 10 days and I got out there and they were like, we're going to be doing this for 7 days, even if I liked it, I think I'd be like, that's too much.
Honestly, it's so much fun, though.
I can imagine it is really fun, but
this is the problem.
I'm too lazy.
Right, well, the other thing is, so like people my age, like people that I know, don't really do skiing, and it's a real hard thing to convince them to try, because just trying it is quite expensive, because you have to like get certain gear so that you're not freezing cold or hating it.
Yeah,
it's not a cheap thing to just have a go at.
But it's an indoor ski place, isn't it? In the UK?
Yeah, there's one in Hemel Hempstead, but even that's quite expensive.
Oh, again.
Yeah. It's also not great.
No.
But yeah, so basically, I love it. Kat doesn't like it, so now I'm like, I need to find people to ski with, but I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I mean...
I think this is where you step up, Ellie, and offer to go skiing with Liam.
No, fuck no.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because, look, here's the thing, Ellie.
Yeah.
I got Kat down that one that she didn't enjoy. So you can trust me to help. So, like, the role that I take with skiing, so the first 3 days, Kat went off and had private lessons, and it was just me skiing with my mum and her other half, who's Ian, just because that will make life easier when telling this story. So Ian would
Hello,
ski
Ian,
first
if you're
to kind
listening.
of lead. He won't be. Ian would ski first to lead the way, then my mum would go, who's not a very confident skier, and then I'd go last, because often my mum would fall over, and I'd have to go and like help get her up, collect her skis for her and her poles. So what I'm basically saying, Ellie, is if you come with me, I'll kind of help. I'm quite good at helping at skiing.
I mean, I've experienced
like when you
your
fall
help
over
before.
When you fall over, I will pick up the pieces.
I mean, I just don't want to particularly go skiing.
Am I not selling it?
Not really.
No. But yeah, I loved it. And then, so on the days off, we did husky dogs, so like sled riding. Cool. Yeah, we had to go at kind of mushing, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And then we did a helicopter ride across the Rockies, which was really cool. That was one day off, and then the other day off, we just did like a little tour around Banff. It was meant to be a wildlife tour. We saw 4 deer, and that was it. So I wasn't massively impressed with the wildlife.
It was a wildlife tour?
Yep. It was a wildlife / history of Banff, which is where we were staying. Now, I'd already done that tour like 10 years ago when I've been with my mum, so it's kind of like just a refresher course for me. But Kat really enjoyed it.
The local expert.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you that guy on holiday, Liam? The one that like turns up, you've been there once 10 years ago, and you're like, oh, Banff. Let me just tell you.
Right, here's the thing. We'd gone there 5 times. So I'd been there 5 times before.
Yeah, that's still not enough. You aren't an expert.
No, I'm not, but
5 times, and the last time was 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so things I'm guessing changed in those 10 years?
Yeah, all the animals fucked off.
Yeah. Except for the stubborn deer.
The last time we went, we accidentally found 2 herds of elk and got stuck between them on a golf course, which was fun. This time, didn't see a single elk.
Oh, that's a shame.
And we saw like otters last time. We saw a bald eagle. None of that this time. Never seen a bear though.
I was trying to think of a joke then, but nothing really came to mind.
That's
a bare-faced lie. Way!
Hey!
Way! Basically, I love Canada. I love the holiday, and I was super depressed when I came back because everything is shit. I also figured out that I quite like doing active things, and then I got back and I was like, oh, now I'm back to my life of just watching films and TV, and this is really unfulfilling.
Well, so you should go and do active stuff then.
Yeah, but that, like, okay, when you've got like the Rockies to go and just like go on hikes and go through trails and stuff, that's exciting and fun. Yeah, there's trails in Chichester, but they're not like you're trekking through fucking mountains and shit.
Go to Wales.
I'm not going to go to Wales just so I can have a nice little walk.
Go to the New Forest.
Go to the New Forest.
Where's that?
Oh my God, Liam.
Did you say where's that?
Put it this way, it's not on my doorstep.
It's pretty near you.
Yeah, it's really near you.
I've never been.
Right, Liam, you can't complain about how shit the English countryside is if the only thing you've ever walked down is Chichester trails.
I can complain because there's no mountains.
There are in Wales.
Well, they're not the same.
Scotland? I know that's a bit further away, but you could drive up to Scotland.
You can do skiing in Scotland as well.
There you go, look at that.
But again, I need to find people to do it with.
Well, you could go alone.
Rather not. What if I actually fall over for once and hurt myself? Because that's what I'm thinking. Because it's been so long since I've fallen over now, when I do fall over, it's going to be bad.
Is that how it works?
I think so.
Okay, sorry, you're storing up.
I've just done a quick Google map search, and Chichester is 40 minutes away from the New Forest.
Oh.
You should go to the New Forest, Liam. I think if you like hiking, you'd probably enjoy the New Forest.
Yeah, especially now the weather's getting a little bit more nicer.
Yeah, seriously. I'll come down one weekend and we'll go on a little hike in the New Forest.
Perfect. That can be like a Ellie and Liam try new things.
But I like going on walks in the countryside. I don't do it very often, but I like it. It's
fun.
I've
got actual like walking shoes now, so I'm ready.
Look at you.
You go to New Forest Wildlife Park while you're there. See some otters and stuff.
Sounds good.
We should point out at this point that Sam always works with animals and knows a lot about animals and places to see animals. That's like Sam's speciality.
That's good to know. What's the most dangerous British animal?
Well, that is a question for you. Well, the largest land carnivore that we've got is the badger.
I thought it was.
Yeah, but that's just weight-wise.
Are they dangerous?
I mean, if they bit you, it would hurt quite a lot, but they're probably unlikely to because they only come out at night and are quite shy.
Are they quite scratchy because they got claws?
They do have claws, and I imagine if you did pick one up, it would try and scratch and bite, and they've got, like I said, very strong bites and probably do quite a lot of damage to them.
Has anyone ever been killed by a badger?
Not that I know of.
Okay. This conversation is honestly giving me such an amazing look into like child Liam as he's sitting in like nursery with all the other kids around him and they're just trying to talk about like all the donkeys and nice animals and Liam's like, can badgers kill people?
I mean, I hope the one thing people take away from this episode is that they don't go out and try and pick up badgers.
Yeah, I mean, no one should try to pick up badgers.
We're doing a public service here.
I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before. It's possible.
You've picked up a badger?
Is it going to end with you picking up a badger?
No. I hate horses, and I've been kicked by a horse before. Now, they're pretty dangerous. If they kick you in the head, I know that's definitely caused a death.
Yeah, they can kill you.
Yeah, they could.
So would you say a horse is more dangerous than a badger, is my question.
I would probably say yes, because, I mean, if you're riding a horse and you fall off, you could hurt yourself or die. You know, one of those two things.
What if you were riding a badger?
Yeah, I mean...
that is something I would like to see.
Me... Right, a little story time. Where
oh my God.
Gather round.
We've gone so off topic, but go on, Liam.
Where we used
Tell
to
us
live,
your story.
Down the road from us, there was this field, and it had like sort of wild horses. And I was trying to impress a girl once. So I took her to go look at the horses, and we took some apples, and there were 3 horses, and I fed the first one an apple out of my palm, being very careful to keep my fingers away from its teeth.
Smart man.
And that horse was so happy. It was like, cheers, mate. I'm really chuffed with that. Then I fed it to the second horse, and the second horse was also really happy. And then I went to feed the third horse, and it kind of looked at the apple, looked at me, turned around and kicked me in the leg really hard, which made me go from a standing position to straight on my arse. And the girl I was with was not at all impressed.
Well, there's one for the memoirs.
I'm just saying, like, you try and do a nice thing for a horse, and that's how they repay you. I don't understand why horses are looked upon so fondly. I think they're shit.
I'm not a massive horse fan, to be honest with you.
Good.
I like horses,
Nah,
but
fuck off.
But I think it's because of the fact that a horse could kick the shit out of you.
So they've earned your respect.
Exactly. Especially with that story. Now I know horses can look into the souls of people and see true evil and know to stamp on it.
1 in 3 horses can.
1 in 3 horses has true sight.
And that's good enough for me.
Anyway, so to kind of get this back on track, Canada was amazing, but the real story is when we got back, so I had to like spend a couple of days at my mum's looking after the dog for her. Then we finally got back home. It had been 2 weeks. Cat goes to bed, and this is the first time it's ever happened in our nearly 8-year relationship, I want to say. She caught me wanking.
Oh.
Because obviously it'd been like 2 weeks. So I was so excited.
Sorry, you didn't wank out there?
No, because I didn't get Liam time to do that.
Just go into the bathroom.
Nah, I like to, set the mood. So
oh God.
she's gone to bed. I'm downstairs, and because it's been so long, I'm really like making a meal of it.
Oh, I can only imagine what she walked in on.
Well, that's the thing.
Candles.
It was sudden, and
3
also
monitors.
A bit of Barry
so
White.
I was also. I had the jet lag as well, so I just wasn't at all sleepy. So it's like 4 a.m. and I hear like her on the steps, and it's way too late. So she just kind of basically comes down to me, like in the front room on the sofa, like a little gremlin. Yes. And there was no way of defending it. I just went, it's been 2 weeks. And she was like, oh, I went because you went in bed. I was worried, and I was like, nah, go back to bed. I've got stuff to do.
Was it one of those awkward moments where you were able to either tuck your dick back in, so you were just sitting there watching porn, or did you turn the porn off quickly and then you're just sitting there with your dick out?
That was exactly right. That was exactly right. It was a choice between the two, and I went for turning the porn off.
See, I find that weirder.
That's a good decision. The thing, Sam, that you've got to know about Liam is he shows his dick to Kat on a regular basis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's not normally
sorry, that made it sound like, they're always those two. Oh, sex mad. No, Liam just shows his dick to Kat.
Yeah.
For no reason.
But normally it's when it's tiny. I don't get it up and then show her. So it's unusual for her to just come down and me be like, look at that.
It's actually the first time Kat's ever seen Liam with a boner.
Yeah.
They have a weird 8-year relationship.
Yeah.
It seems
she
I'll
wasn't
be honest.
impressed, I don't think. She did mention it the next day, and she was like, I was just worried when you went in bed, and I was like, shouldn't have been.
I honestly do love the image of you just desperately shutting tons of tabs, closing all the different browsers you've got open.
Yeah.
It's great.
Just going, that's the thing to do. Because the other thing, right, what you don't want is her to come down and I don't look at weird porn, but I don't want to see what I do look at. Not because it's weird, I just don't want that conversation of
I think listeners would be surprised to know how vanilla you are.
Oh, it's so vanilla.
I was going to say, that makes me wonder what you were watching.
This is the thing, Sam. It will just be like...
It was just cam girls.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just cam girls.
Really?
Always cam girls.
Yeah. And I don't even like talking to them. That's weird. I just like watching.
That's creepy.
Yeah, I know.
The way you phrased it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's creepy anyway, but if you take away the porn factor of it as well. So I don't even like talking to them. I just watch.
I just watch.
I just watch, and I wait for people to give them money so they actually do stuff. I like the anticipation, I think.
Waiting in the wings. I like it.
Yeah, because I hate it when so when there's an attractive cam girl, but she's already naked. To me, you're jumping ahead of the meal. You're having your dessert before you've earned it. So I like to see one that's attractive but wearing stuff, and then it takes a bit of time for people to like give her the money to get naked and start doing stuff. I don't know why.
I'm realising when I said that Liam was vanilla, what I actually meant was he's into vanilla stuff, but the things that he does are weird.
I think he's making the most of a vanilla situation.
Exactly. That's a nice way of putting it.
You're like the kinkiest vanilla person.
Yeah. And despite being rudely interrupted, after 2 weeks, it was still very glorious.
What would have been more awkward is if the moment Kat burst in on you, you had finished, and then realised that was your fetish.
I think it would be
being burst in on.
It would be more awkward if she walked in and he was mid-finishing.
Yeah, where you sort of lock eyes, but it's too late to stop.
Yep.
Yeah, that would have been... I'm pleased that didn't happen. But, you know, the thing is, I've done such a good job of keeping that, like, quite private. So for that to be the first time in 8 years for her to walk in, I'm a little bit disappointed that streak has ended.
Yeah, but I mean, Kat knows that you're a...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't keep it, like, hidden.
No, I mean, you are the person that once wrote the pornographic version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah, but I inserted...
I think I've seen that film.
Oh, not the one I wrote. This was Liam and the Seven Dwarfs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We had that on a front door or something, on the living room door.
You posted it. You stuck it up on your living room door, so everyone that was round your house had to read it.
Yep.
I'm assuming in that story the dwarfs were women?
Yeah, but they were still dwarfs.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I just wasn't sure if you still had 7 male dwarves and you. But
No,
I'm not one to judge. It's 2018.
And they still had characteristics, like the sleepy one, or keeping her awake was difficult. Anyway, moving on.
We don't need to go into it.
I've only got one other, like, update with my catching
Oh,
up
good,
with
because it's
life.
only been half an hour.
Exactly. Well, I've got a lot to fill you in on, haven't I?
Oh, for fuck's sake, go on.
Obviously. So, listeners of the last show might have heard me talking about, like, my personal trainer and my gym and all that sort of stuff that I do. Yeah. Just a slight update. Went back to the gym yesterday. I put headphones in, and I've got these like wireless Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah.
And I get my phone out, get to Spotify. I'm like, what's gonna really pump me up for this this treadmill session I'm about to embark on? Taylor Swift, perfect. And Welcome to New York starts playing, and I start my jog. I'm like, it's a bit quiet, so I hit the volume up button on the headphones. Nothing's really changing, so I'm a bit confused. Take the headphone out. The music's playing out of my phone, not my headphones. So everyone in the gym can hear me listening to Taylor Swift. I forgot to sync like the headphones to the phone.
It's such a good story. I love it.
I think there's probably worse things you could be listening to.
Yep.
Yeah, there's definitely worse.
I mean, it's between that or the High School Musical playlist that I've got, so it could have been worse.
Yeah, yes, it could have been.
Yeah. What was your... How did you solve this problem? Because to me, that is a problem that you need to solve, as in, I need to get the fuck out of this gym.
No. Okay, so what I did is I very quickly connected the headphones, carried on listening, and I just didn't look up for about 15 minutes. I just looked sort of down.
That's the problem. He was embarrassed and he was trying to run away, but it was a treadmill, so...
Yeah,
but he
couldn't get very far.
But he got a new personal best.
Yeah, the problem is, I listened to one song and then my headphones went out of battery.
And then you played the other songs out loud?
Oh, I wish I had the audacity to do that.
You should have just turned around and gone, you've already heard it. Let's all listen together.
Yeah.
Bang. Shake it off.
Yeah, just so awkward. Because, you know, there was a lot of, like, quite burly men around, and I don't think they were particularly impressed. Put it this way, I don't think I've integrated myself as one of them in the gym.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever going to happen now.
You didn't manage to Gorillas of the Mist. Gorillas of the Mist? I have no idea what that documentary's called.
Gorillas in the Mist, I think.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam. See, Sam's good at animals.
Gorillas of the Mist.
Yeah, like mist gorillas.
Of course.
Whatever. You didn't ingratiate yourself into the bodybuilder men culture.
Oh, no. They probably think of me as like a slug.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah. So that's everything that I've done.
Oh, good.
I've been busy.
You have.
I've done some stuff. Sam,
yeah, but come on, we should surely let our special guest go next.
Well, no, because mine's short, so I'm gonna let Sam round off the section.
Oh, thank you.
All right. What
I'm sure he's got some amazing stories.
Not really.
Not a lot's happened to me in the past 3 weeks. I think it is maybe longer.
I think it's 4.
Possibly 4. So a month. Not a lot's happened, but I did have a sort of I don't know, annoying experience, which was, I don't know if you know this, Liam, specifically, but I co-host a podcast called Nerd on Nerd.
I know where this is going.
I was left with one main job. I had a couple of little jobs. I didn't really do the Twitter, but I sort of popped on there to make sure people were talking. I don't really do Twitter. People know that. But one of my jobs was I was going to edit an episode to go live while my good friend was away in Canada. And my dickhead co-host forgot to send over his audio, which we had deliberately rush recorded. And that meant that the last episode was up really late, listeners. So I just wanted to apologise to you all and say, blame Liam.
Well,
that's me done.
That took a turn.
It was my fault. Hands up, I'll admit it. I forgot to send my audio over to Ellie. And I was so busy having fun out in Canada that I don't really care.
No, yeah, I didn't think you did.
At least he's honest. What more can you ask?
Exactly. Look, I mean, I could ask for a co-host that sends his audio files, but
here's the thing: they got the episode in the end, so it's not like they missed out. I was also, while away on holiday, loving life and enjoying myself. I was keeping an eye on Twitter, making sure you weren't up to mischief. And I noticed that we weren't exactly inundated with people going, "Oh, where's the latest episode? Oh, we missed Nerd on Nerd. Oh, we really want the next episode."
We're never inundated with anything.
Yeah, no one gives a shit.
Exactly.
So I didn't. Because that really what you've done there. You just waited for me to send you audio.
I can't think of anything. There's probably tons of other stuff, but I don't remember any of it. Sam.
Oh, hello.
What have you been up to?
Well,
just in life in general, mate.
I was going to say, this is the first time I've been on this episode. Do I start at my birth?
Yeah, give us how was birth for you?
I'll be honest, I don't really remember.
Oh.
Yeah.
Try harder.
I'll try harder. I went to Forbidden Planet last weekend.
How was that?
Yeah, without you.
Was that? Yeah, without Ellie. Good. I'm pleased that you still got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't like the whole thing was going to cancel if I didn't go.
I went with Palmer instead, who I believe has been a guest multiple times on this show.
Yeah, and I think if you had the choice between Ellie or Palmer, you made the right choice there.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, because Palmer was with me anyway, so I didn't have to wait for Ellie being late or anything like that.
No.
That's only happened once.
Do you recall the time where we went to the zoo and you were late and we missed certain areas because they closed it because you were late?
I didn't close it because I was late.
I'm pretty sure they did. But yeah, we got Shake Shack as well, which is pretty good.
Is that like healthy juice drinks?
No.
Oh,
or Shake Shack?
It's very unhealthy milkshakes.
Milkshakes.
What am I thinking of?
And burgers. I've got those.
How the fuck are we meant to know what you're thinking of, Liam?
Thought you might.
No, unfortunately not. I've been working.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. We've been watching a few...
Hosting any podcasts?
Hosting any podcasts?
Hosting any podcasts, Sam?
No. Haven't done that in for about a year, actually.
Has it actually been a year?
Nearly, yeah. How time flies.
Oh.
Oh well, it's alright. I'm hoping that after the success of this episode, I'll have my own spin-off show, and I'll call it.
I think so. It could be
Sam on
Animal
Sam.
Facts.
Sam on Sam is a good show.
Or Animal Facts, either one. But I'm hiring. If there's any podcast companies hiring, no, I'm available. That's what I was going to say.
You're hiring? Holy shit! You're putting money behind this thing.
I really am. Yeah, Sam on Sam spin-off.
Bold move.
I mean, I do have a lottery ticket in my wallet.
We're willing to sell ourselves.
Yeah. If you're hiring, we'll ditch this show in a second.
Yeah. I'll call it Nerd on Sam.
Perfect.
I think it flows. It flows tremendously well. Yeah, pretty boring couple of weeks, unfortunately.
Welcome to the club, Sam.
Yep. I did not go to Canada.
We didn't... No.
Well, I can highly recommend it.
I mean, it would be nice to go.
Yeah, I've been like a bunch of times.
Yeah, 5 times, Liam. We know, and you haven't been
but I
10
also went
years.
to Toronto, hello, didn't I? Because I was in that long distance relationship online.
Oh yeah,
with a
I
Canadian.
remember that.
So I went to Toronto like 3 times as well.
As a animal fan and soon to be host of my own spin-off show, Animal Facts. Did you see any wildlife in Canada, Liam? I don't think we've covered Canada enough.
What time?
The second.
The second time, I believe it was mostly just elk. That's sort of the recurring animal that I see, apart from the most recent time when I didn't see any.
Fascinating.
I once saw a wolverine out there as well.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I've only seen wolverines in zoos.
Oh, this one was dragging a dead deer across a mountain.
Dragging a dead... How big are wolverines?
Not very big.
It wasn't the entire deer is the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was picturing like a small, furry, badger-like creature.
Wait, you know how big a honey badger is, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much same size.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, this wasn't...
Yeah, that would be fucking impressive if it was dragging a full-on...
No, it was like half of a deer.
Okay.
And there was
That's
like
still quite impressive.
Big stream of blood.
Delightful.
Yeah. But no, I'm happy to talk about animals more if we want. Not necessarily Canadian ones, but like, what's the most exotic animal we've seen not in a zoo? All of us.
Oh, not in a zoo. Probably some kind of lizard when you go to like Spain or something like that, and then you see them crawling all over the walls.
Oh yeah. They're freaky when like the first time you see them, and then you just get used to it.
And then you're like, oh god, it's like flies. You just flap them away.
Yeah.
They swarm you.
Yes.
I saw orangutans in Borneo.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Oh god, go on about
we saw
Borneo.
a lot of like... Yeah. Liam got to talk about Canada. Borneo's literally the only time I got to do like any crazy cool exotic stuff.
That is true.
Orangutans are cool. Let's not talk about animals because it turns out it's a dead-end topic where we all just sort of sit in silence thinking about animals.
Sorry, I was distracted.
Yeah. I've been to a lot of zoos, not seen much in the wild.
I think
Sam has been bitten by a lemur though.
I have been bitten by a lemur, yes.
How did that happen?
In my previous job as a zookeeper, I was feeding the lemurs, and we had one lemur in particular who could get quite aggressive at times, and I was putting her food down. She decided to bite me. And it turns out lemurs have very sharp teeth, and if you pull away from the bite, it just makes things worse.
See, so like, I've met... Well, on the podcast, I've met a couple of Eddie's friends, and like I've spoken to a couple, I've met a couple, I've heard of a couple, and it sounds
Why did you say that like that?
It sounds like you've just like you have like you left that school and just went into jobs that like you would find in like children's books. Like you became like a zookeeper, one became a farmer.
I am now a farmer as well.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anyone that does that.
And the one that was a farmer is becoming a postman.
Yeah.
What?
Childhood jobs.
Like they're literally like the sort of things that you would find in kids' books.
Yeah, we just need a fireman and an astronaut, and we're sorted.
Yeah.
When I am older, I want to be a postman.
I wanted to be an author when I was a child.
Did you?
Yeah. I got in trouble once at school because I was big into like Goosebumps and then Point Horror, and I was really inspired by the cover of one of the Point Horror books. So I wrote a short story in my school book about how these clowns kidnapped and murdered my nan, and I couldn't do anything to save her. Jesus Christ. My teacher was concerned reading this because it was quite graphic, and she had to get my mum in the school to have a little word about how things are going at home.
Fucking hell, Liam.
Which was a bit awkward.
Nicely
I
done.
feel so bad for your mum.
Why?
Because you're like the worst curse a parent could have.
Whoa.
Just a bit
no,
mean.
but like in the fact that everything is actually fine.
Yeah.
But Liam, I can imagine that childhood Liam would concern a lot of people.
Adult Liam does.
Yeah. That did sound a lot meaner than I meant it to sound when I said that.
Yeah, it's a
fine.
curse on
It's
his mother.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to end catching up with.
My bad.
And possibly your friendship as well.
Yeah.
No, we've said worse to each other.
Yeah, that's true.